So new opponent, good game guys, definitely. Sorry that I couldn't explain anything. This is just hopefully we get to use some of the openings that we know. Now Pirc Defense with the black pieces, and we're gonna be doing the regular Pirc. Okay, so we talked about this. This is what we were saying before. You see this h4, you're like, oh, we're gonna get checkmated. It shouldn't be a problem. You just continue with your setup, and there's a long wait for them to get to you. Now h5, you should be good enough. You could also do c5, c6. Now I'm going to hit the center, that way it's not so stable, and then queen a5. Same thing that we learned in the Austrian attack. Nothing crazy, just keeping it cool. Now look at this. King is already here. So should we take with the pawn? Should we take with the queen? Resign, guys, because that pawn was just going to promote. I should have explained that more. They had the bishop. They were going to take care of my pawn with the bishop, and then they were going to promote their pass pawn. Okay, so no, I don't think that was not a mouse slip. He just did it that way he got away from this. All right, let me just take. Here we go. And here we go. And I know king f1 might seem a little bit odd, but trust me, they know what they're doing. Okay, so I keep developing. If I could get that bishop, great. But for all I know, I'm developing at the expense of that bishop. All right, so because of the bishop, I cannot. All right, so let's just castle. Bishop d7. All right. Now, a lot of pressure on that pawn, not a big deal, not that, like, that's our main objective. What about this? Now, the bishop is going to be hitting d4, but if we take, he takes on g7, then knight g3, king moves. All right, let's castle first. You see, like, we have to consider it. Candidate moves, they don't have to be good. Okay, how about now? Does it work? No, of course it doesn't work. E5 and then d5. No. All right, so just rook d8. No. We don't want that pawn, guys. We know better. Queen b5. I would like to be on this diagonal. So let's go for it. They don't have the light square bishop, so we're going to utilize the light squares, and he doesn't want. Yeah, they don't want us to do that. All right, I gotcha. Okay, so now e5, d5. How about that? Yeah, time to do something. We cannot stay passive. Now notice that this is a left behind pawn, but it's just momentary. Now my rook on the same file as the queen. This is just, oof, this is good. Okay, rook or bishop. What do we take with? Rook, they have to move, then e4. Bishop, they probably have to move, and then e4. Right, like in the bishop. Now I'm threatening a discovered attack on the queen. Now this knight is being pinned. The king is in the center. So you see, the person that wanted to be attacking us is now the one that could be attacked. And mainly because we were able to open up the position. Okay, so bishop f3 looks good, but e4 looks good too. Now I have to think twice before giving up my bishop, guys. Even for a rook, when they have their dark square bishop, I have to be very, very careful. Okay, let me take here first. Takes. Now I'm not gonna get that rook yet. The rook is not going anywhere, and again, it could backfire on me. Very, very careful. If you play the Pirc, you should know this by heart. I missed queen f6, hitting that and hitting here. Shouldn't have happened. But I'm doing it now. Different move order, but I'm going for it. Now that king in the center, there has to be something. I don't know what it is, but there has to be something. All right, so do we have time to calculate? Little bit, just a little bit. How about this move? Simple and efficient. This has to be the best move here. Not bragging or anything, but this has to be the best move. Now, if the queen tries to come over to defend, I take the rook, and then if he takes, I take the bishop. It has to be the best move. And again, guys, like we talked on lesson 122, impossible to calculate all of this, but your intuition tells you, you know what, that king exposed, his pieces not coordinated, your pieces are really coordinated. There has to be something. There has to be something. Yeah, right, good find. Even if we, did he move? Oh no, he resigned. Okay, my opponent resigned, we got that one. Let me see, guys, just out of curiosity, because I'm not sure, I don't know if it's the best move, but like you said, that was a good find. It feels good to find that. So let me go, where do I find the analysis thing here? Okay, right here. So if I go back here, so queen e6, come on. Yeah, queen e6 is queen c6, second top move, queen e6. Yeah, queen c6 seems to be a better move, but queen e6 is definitely is acceptable. It feels better to me to find that. I consider queen c6, but I didn't think it would be as powerful. But as you can see, it's already winning by a lot. Let me know, before we finish, let me know if you have any questions, anything in general about chess that you have, any questions. Hello. Let me put you over here. Oh, I know. Nah, just kidding. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the nice words. Thank you for all the feedback. Okay, advice, first tournament ever. Well, the biggest advice that I always give my students is to look at it as a training component. Have fun, it's just part of your training, and don't feel like you have to win games or anything like that, because then that pressure is going to backfire. So just go there, have fun, get experience, and very important, take good notation. The most important part about tournaments is learning from your games after. So take notation and then analyze the games. Other than that, don't pay too much attention to your opponent's rating. A lot of my students, when they go to the tournaments, they're like, oh, I'm going to be playing with this 1500, or I'm playing with this 2300, and they freak out, or they leave their guard down. So pretend like you're playing Magnus Carlsen every time, but have fun with it, okay? So I think that's my advice. You got it. You got it, my friend. Nice to see you here. Okay, let me push you over here. Okay, so let me see, how do I prepare for my... Okay, so Ed, look, if you guys are you're planning to play a tournament, what I do myself, what I do with a lot of my students is that we have our training plan, we're following that training plan, and then let's say that the tournament day is 1 week ahead, right? So in 1 week they're going to the tournaments. For that week, what we do is we focus on tactics, lots of tactics, playing games using the time control that they're going to use in the tournament. If you're going to play in a tournament where it is 90 minutes per player with 10-second increment, you want to play training games using that. And lastly, you want to review your opening lines, okay? So at that point, you don't want to do strategy endgames, review the basic endgames, the fundamental endgames, but you put strategy aside, just focus on tactics, playing games with that time control, no blitz, because then you're going to be in the tournament trying to play fast. And of course, remember to take good notations. The same thing that I said before. All right, you got it. Okay, I play the Caro-Kann and I do really bad against the fantasy. Do you have any tips? Same thing that I've said here on Lichess, guys. You could go, let me see if I can put this Lichess. Okay, look, any opening that you want to review, we have a lesson on this, lesson 72, so make a note. But if I'm here in Lichess, and you could use any website that you use, but I'm already here, I'm gonna go to tools, and I'm going to go, okay, the Caro-Kann. So let's say I'm playing the Caro-Kann, and I'm having issues with this line of the pan of attack. Well, I'm going to go here in Lichess, and I'm going to activate the book, right? So this book is going to give you the theory. So these are the top moves, you have statistics, but more importantly, down here you have games played. Look at this, these are 2700, Anand, Grishuk, Morosevich, Topalov. I wish when I was in Cuba without internet, I could have access so easily to all of these games. Go in there, click on those games, review the games, and if you don't understand something, activate the engine, and the engine is gonna show you what's in there for you. So this is the best way. Forget about not only the Karoken, any opening in general. This is what you gotta do. Review your openings, and then here in Lichess you could do the studies. So save it. Don't be like, oh yeah, this is the solution, or I like this idea, and then you're gonna forget it. Save it. Well, you know what? This is a very good question.